Welcome to the Central Iowa Sports Network's live coverage of the 2017 Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament from downtown Des Moines. It's 40 teams from the smallest towns to the biggest cities competing for 5 titles. CISN's coverage of the 2017 state tournament is brought to you by Mid-American Energy, CenturyLink, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Now let's go courtside at Wells Fargo Arena for the play-by-play.
Is proud to present the 2017 Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament. This afternoon, Center Point-Urbana, 21-3 on the season, will take on Davenport Assumption, who comes in at 16-7 in Class 3A quarterfinal round action. Hello, everyone. Alongside Pat O'Brien, I'm Brian Carlisle. Welcome to CISN TV, the #1 social streaming platform dedicated exclusively to local Iowa sports. CISN.TV. Today's broadcast is coming to you on the Mid-American Energy Iowa High School Girls Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in today, folks, as we'll be providing live coverage of the Girls State Basketball Tournament quarterfinal and semifinal rounds. I want to remind you to follow the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union on CISN.TV for alerts on all future state tournament broadcasts and highlights of the tournament. And follow us on Facebook and Twitter throughout this tournament. It's free, so sign in and follow your favorite school today. Well, Pat, day 2 as we get ready for 3A action here. We're going to talk Center Point-Urbana and Davenport Assumption. So we've got just a couple of minutes, and we'll be getting ready for starting lineups here and that type of information and the sports award. So we'll be jumping to that, the sportsmanship award. But let's talk real quick. Center Point-Urbana comes in 21-3 on the season. 3 losses, twice to Marion, once to Grinnell. Davenport Assumption, kind of an interesting school in the fact that 16-7, but you have a ton of 4A schools on their roster or on their schedule. A loss to Iowa City West, twice to Bettendorf, Xavier, Davenport North, Pleasant Valley, North Scott. I mean, they probably play one of the tougher schedules for a Class 3A school.
Yeah, and I would agree. And you look over at Center Point-Urbana, they have the same thing on their side. They've got Marion twice. They've got Grinnell, all 3 losses.
Yep, and that's 4A schools.
So if you want to play well, you got to play better competition than a lot of times what you get in conference.
Yep, so let's talk real quick. Center Point-Urbana is making its 3rd trip in 4 seasons. Storm and Pointers reached the state semifinal last year and are making the 5th trip in school history. Allie Woolridge is the Storm and Pointers' go-to player. The Wisconsin Green Bay commitment leads the team in every statistical category you can think of. Points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. She's averaging 12-7, 6-9 on rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. She just does everything. They were the Class 2A champs back in 1995, as a matter of fact. And then on Davenport Assumption's side, making its 14th state tournament appearance, we are going to go ahead and step away. We'll come back and talk a little bit about Davenport, but we're going to get ready with our starting lineups here. Now we've got just a minute as we're going to run down this final minute. Let me run through Davenport Assumption real quick. It's a 12th appearance since 2000, 4 state titles since 2008 with 3 different coaches, so that's incredible. First-year head coach Caitlin McNamara, hoping to be the 4th coach to bring a state hoops crown to that school. That's an awesome accomplishment.
Yep, absolutely.
In itself. So then we have their leading scorer, Jasmine Harris. She did hit the 1,000 career mark on February 7th. And then, this is going to be pretty awesome. This is going to be a fun game to call here today for you and I. We're going to go ahead and step out. We're going to kick it over here to our PA as they are going to get ready and do the Sportsmanship Award at center court for both teams.
When we provide nearly $500 million to Iowans each year,
I rise up.
When we invest in solutions that create opportunities and improve the quality of life for all Iowans,
I rise up.
We're Iowa Farm Bureau, and we do these things because we're your neighbors. We're Iowans, and nothing feels better than seeing Iowa rising.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Davenport Assumption and Center Point-Urbana throughout the season and during this state tournament week. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents the school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karen Brown of the Girls Athletic Union will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Davenport Assumption, Paul Vanelia. And from Center Point-Urbana, Ken Dinger. Now let's meet the non-starters for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Davenport Assumption Knights. Number 3, Caroline Crosby. Number 4, Danny Howman. Number 11, Leah Nelson. Number 13, Grace Rolfe. Number 14, Lauren Herrig. Number 20, Carly Brown. Number 22, Delaney Brown. Number 23, Allie Timmons. Number 33, Grace Jacobson. And number 34, Jamie Hemmel. The assistant coaches for the Knights are Mike Tisson, Jasmine Binion, Grace Finley, and Megan Miller. Now the non-starters for the Center Point-Urbana Stormin' Pointers. Number 3, Emily Drosty. Number 5, Caitlin Milliken. Number 10, Reagan Defoe. Number 11, Riley Clark. Number 13, Chloe Neighbor. Number 15, Bryn Hadsel. Number 20, Peyton Kriegel. Number 22, Maddie Wilson. Number 32, Sydney Bavers. And number 50, Sarah Simon. The assistant coaches for the Stormin' Pointers are Doug Arnold and Andy Woldridge. Now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. For the Knights, number 2, Bailey Brown. For the Stormin' Pointers, number 4, Adriana Catcher. For the Knights, number 5, Molly Gervais. For the Stormin' Pointers, number 23, Lemia Sisk. For the Knights, number 10, Liz Finley. For the Stormin' Pointers, number 25, Olivia Brecht. For the Knights, number 12, Jasmine Harris. For the Stormin' Pointers, number 34, Allison Woldridge. For the Knights, number 24, Hannah Wislander. And for the Storming Pointers, number 44, Callan Fox. Head coach for the Knights is Caitlin McNamara. Head coach for the Stormin' Pointers is Philip Klett. Our officials for this afternoon's game are Josh Mara, Drew Matson, and Keith Lehrman. Now let's play state tournament basketball.
All right, welcome back here to Wells Fargo. Introductions on the table here. We're getting ready, 8 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter. Let's run down your Center Point-Urbana Stormin' Pointers starting lineup. Catcher, number 4, Lemia Sisk. Number 23, Olivia Brecht. Number 25, Allison Woolridge. Number 34, and Callan Fox. Number 44, for Davenport Assumption, Bailey Brown. Number 2, Molly Gervais. Number 5, Liz Finley. Number 10, Jasmine Harris. 12, and Hannah Wislander. Number 24. We're getting ready to go. It'll be Woolridge. And Davenport Assumption gets and it was with Harris, and it is Davenport Assumption basketball here. Bailey Brown kicks it to the corner. Man-to-man defense here by CPU. That's going to get a little bit hard to get used to.
Yes, it will
There's
be.
a quick shot up. No good by Harris. Rebounded out of there and controlled by center Point-Urbana. Quick drive, kicks cross court. Woolridge going to come calling somebody out, and then she'll go back and get in the post here. Sisk with the basketball all the way over to Brecht.
Assumption starts in a 2-3 zone.
Swings it cross court. Sisk inside, shot up, no good. Missed by Fox. Controlled by Finley, and up into the front court comes Harris. Here's Gervais. Quick penetration down the line, nothing there. Brown with it, kicks it cross back to Gervais, and she'll call it out. Staying man-to-man here is Center Point. Little penetration. Here's Harris going to fire a 3-ball. No good. Ball tipped back, but controlled by CPU by Sisk. Pushes the ball up. Little control break, not much there. Sisk with it.
Try to push the ball as much as you can. If it's not there, you pull it back out, run your offense.
Run short corner. Here's Catcher. Back to Sisk. Gets it inside. Ball tipped to the corner and controlled. Double team. Hard double team by Davenport Assumption. Good way to fight through there. Here's Sisk. They're traveling, or chasing the basketball from behind was Brown. No score here early. Great pass and a bucket. Good entry pass from Woolridge to Fox, and the Pointers are on the board. 1-2-2, 3/4 court pressure here. I think it's just more token to see if they can get them a little off balance. Into the corner. Gervais Brown going to fire and miss. Controlled by Sisk.
That's 3 straight outside shots for Assumption. They're going to have to try and get something in the middle to try and get things loosened up for them.
So Sisk picks the dribble up, brings it back out top here. Cross court pass, nothing there. Kind of holding it, just kind of playing the middle here just to see what they can get. Here's Catcher with the shot on the 3-ball. Controlled. Good control with the body was Fox, and a bucket.
There's been a play on each side of the ball game where a foul could have been called on both sides on the rebound. The calls weren't made, so we may see a physical game.
Into the corner. Brown going to fire. 3-ball on the way and good. 4-3 now your score as Bailey Brown hits the 3 from this left corner here. Storm and Pointers into the front court in the offensive set here. Here comes the 3-ball on the way. It's going to come up a little short. Ball tipped away. Catcher goes and gets it. That's good hustle by the young lady. Great job by Adriana Catcher. There's a steal by Harris as she's anticipated the pass coming into the front court.
Harris was like a cornerback on that. She saw it coming the whole way.
Brown kicks across from Finley all the way across to Gervais. Looking inside, tipped away by Center Point, and it'll stay here.
Got kind of lucky there. The player came up top. The pass went down low.
So with 4:35 here on your clock, as you can see on the ticker at the bottom, 4-3 your score. Pointers over the Knights. Inbounding will be Finley. Just getting it in. Here's Gervais right back to Finley in the corner after the pass in. She's going to pull up, gets the shot blocked. Big block from Woolridge. Up into the front court is Catcher. Woolridge with it now. And they'll set the offense.
6-foot center. Well, she'll dominate on the inside.
Here she is with it right here, and she's going to get a bump and a foul here on Davenport Assumption. So Gervais picks up her first foul into the Pointer lineup. Number 10, Reagan Dufault. She replaces Fox. Here's Woolridge going to head down the lane. Errant pass from her as she pulls it up. Sisk, I don't think, was quite ready for that one.
Yeah, she
and it's turnover.
Was just a little bit too far to reach.
So Gervais will bring it up against the 1-2-2 3/4. Just some token pressure. They just look like they're just wanting to slow him down a little bit. Here's Harris. Harris is going to go on the drive. And she's going to get grabbed on the arm. Yeah, she was. Sisk, I think, is going to get the foul here. I think she got her pulling the arm down here.
Yeah, there was. You could have called it on either one or the other. and the officials just wanted to make sure they got together and got the same person.
For Mid-American Energy, putting power in your hands means helping keep families safe. To learn more, visit midamericanenergy.com. So Harris hits the first free throw, one more to go. 4-4 your score, 3:56 on your clock, and nothing but the bottom of the net on that one as well. 5-4, Davenport Assumption takes the lead here. As Woolridge in the backcourt here with Catcher. Catcher's going to kick it up into the front, and we'll get the offense started here for CPU. Here is Sisk. 2-3 zone. Davenport Assumption not coming out of this thing. Little ball fake right back to Catcher. Into the corner to Defoe.
Well, they really haven't been hurt on the zone at this time.
The only thing CPU really isn't doing, they're not stepping somebody in.
Yeah, you need to get somebody somewhere in that free throw line extended.
Just to get the extension away from there. Gervais kicks it back. There could have been that one could have been close to a walk as well by Finley. Here's Brown. Brown going to fire a three. No good. Rebounded by Woolridge, and into the front court she comes. This looks hauntingly familiar to yesterday.
Just those 6-foot guards we got all over the place.
There's Woolridge looking to go. Nothing there. Quick drive by Defoe, and she's going to be fouled. That should be on Wislander.
And, you know, as teams continue to drive the ball towards the basket, they're getting the calls. And it's not just in this game right here. It's been in the multiple games through the state tournament.
You
Good
bet.
things will happen.
Hey, basketball fans, save money while in Greater Des Moines. The Catch Des Moines Fun Pass features deals and discounts at places like Fong's Pizza, Science Center of Iowa, and MB2 Raceway. That first free throw up and good. Coming into the lineup, Milliken for CPU. And we'll catch who just came in for Davenport Assumption. I believe it was number 20, Brown. Carly Brown. And number 22. 22 is Matt Wilson for CPU. Here's a cross-court pass to Harris. Harris going to go on the drive. And out of bounds, it went off of CPU.
Well, we've got an opportunity to see what Davenport wants to do, and they want Jasmine Harris to drive that basketball, and she looks good.
She's very quick. Here's a three ball from her. I guess she can pull up. That one's going to go off of CPU. We'll stay here off the foot of Wilson. So Davenport Assumption right in front of us here will be triggering the ball in. Cross court they go to Harris. Harris going to fire another one. No good off the glass. Rebounded by Milliken. And into the front court she comes. So we're sticking at 6-5 pointers here. And Davenport Assumption staying in the zone. Until you do something against this zone, they're going to stay right here.
Yep. The 2-3 zone slows the game down.
Wilson drops it to the short corner to Woolridge. Woolridge cross court. Catcher with it now. And she's going to do a little runner off the glass. No good. Harris with the rebound. Hits Gervais. And on the run she goes. Crosses over. And we hit the floor with three young ladies. And I think it'll be a foul. We're definitely going to get a blocking foul, and Gervais will be shooting here.
That was an aggressive drive to the hole.
No, they did not say she was shooting, so she was going away from the hole. So it's going to be just the foul and out of bounds here for Davenport Assumption.
And a very hard foul, too.
So Fox back in, and she gets Woolridge. And then number 23, Timmons, Allie Timmons, comes in for Davenport Assumption. There's a pass into Harris. Harris up off the glass, no good. And a big rebound by Fox, and now she's on the run. Pulls it up, kicks it back out, and center Point-Urbana will start the offense. Catcher Wilson. Just keeping it on the perimeter, just going to get them to move. The ball moves quicker than their feet will do. Good tip back in by Fox. Three ball on the way. Hits the side of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Timmons. And Davenport Assumption on the offensive. Quick pull up. No good by Brown. Controlled by center Point-Urbana. CPU in the white. Assumption in the red. Just keeping it out. Catcher's just going to control it out here. If you can move the ball a little bit quickly and then somebody drop in, you should be able to get it.
You should be. If you move quick, reverse as much as you can, get them out of position.
Wilson on the drive, the ball tipped away, and here comes Assumption. Gervais cross court to Harris, and then stolen away, and now Wilson on the run. Crosses over, kiss off the glass, no good. Boy, she made a great idea, and this is going to be Harris on the run. She misses it, but rebounds her own. Kiss off the glass there, no good. And we'll get a tie up here. Boy, she just can't buy one. There's a lid on there for that young lady.
You look at the whole thing. You're at the state tournament. It's a big venue, and she's basically 1 quarter in. She's been working hard. She's tired.
You bet. So it will be Jacobson will come and get her. Grace Jacobson's going to get Jasmine Harris here, number 33 here. Here's Hatcher, ball stolen away, and she gets herself involved right away as she tips the ball out of bounds.
That's right.
6-5 score here. I think we'll settle in after this quick quarter here. Trying to get used. It's a filling out process. Catcher into the corner. This is a 3 ball. That's going to come up short, but a great rebound on the offensive side by Milliken, and a bucket with the left hand. 8-5 now, and that's going to do it for the quarter. 8-5 your score. Pointers over the Knights. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with AmeriGroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with AmeriGroup too.
Choose AmeriGroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
Hey, it's annual.
All right, welcome back here to the 2017 Girls State Basketball Tournament, live here from Wells Fargo Arena on CISN.TV. Brian Carlisle, Pat O'Brien with you here as we've got game number 1 of ours, which is these two, and then we have one following this one, which will be Pocahontas area and Clear Lake following this game. And these two teams will play each other. The winner moves on. We'll play each other on the semifinal.
Yep.
6:45 Thursday night, March 2nd. You and I will be on that call as well. So here we go as we get ready to start the second quarter. And it will be Davenport ball. Davenport Assumption here. Finley will trigger. Gervais. Man-to-man by CPU still here. There's Brown back in the game as well. Finley back to Brown. Good back cut right there. They missed her.
It was there. It just wasn't. We didn't.
Timmons had a great back cut right there. So Gervais looking inside. That ball tipped away. And it's going to stay here.
And again, that's one you go through the body there a little bit. They don't make the call. So, and I like that because it really didn't have an impact on the play ball.
So Harris will come back on the floor, and she will get Liz Finley. Pass into Gervais, and she pretty much is the quarterback here. She runs the offense. Here's Brown looking inside, and a kiss up off the glass, no good. Another one up and off the glass and no good. Timmons and Jacobson both on the offensive glass, just not able to get one to go.
Yeah, the angle wasn't set up very well for them.
So Catcher and Milliken kicks it in the corner. Here's a quick drive. We're going to get the travel. Didn't get the foot down, didn't get the ball on the floor before moving the pivot foot. You do see that one a lot more.
Yeah, they want to get around that defender as soon as they can, and sometimes that back foot comes up.
So the Knights will bring it up here against the pressure from CPU. Here's Harris with it.
It's a trap.
That is one heck of a trap.
That's
almost
good.
Stolen away.
We're like 3 feet from that trap, and I was scared. I about dropped my pen.
Here's Harris with it. Now we'll see if she can get her game going here. Kicks it inside, right back out. Good inside-outside, just nothing there. Looking for a high ball screen. They give it to her, and that ball is blocked away from Harris. by Fox.
Now, Harris and Brown combined for about 50% of the points for the Davenport team, so it's important that they get their points. If Harris can't get the scoring going, somebody else is going to have to take over the load.
And that is great defensive effort here by CPU as they shut it down and got the 5-second call. That was big.
That's huge.
So now Davenport Assumption going to come out full man-to-man. No, they're actually running 2-2-1, and they're going to throw up over the top, and they do. Milliken breaks the press. Woolridge, quick jumper. She is fouled on the arm.
Got her right on the elbow.
That'll be Timmons. So shooting free throws. So always shop Fairway's full-service meat counter for the best USDA choice beef, all-natural pork and chicken. To learn more, visit fairway.com.
And so far in the game, Davenport, we're over 9 minutes in, and Davenport does not have a 2-point basket yet.
So Woolridge hits that first free throw, extending the lead here to 4. And hits it with 5. Well, she's good looking from the free throw line there. Money. Hits both, and she is only a 61, so that she looks a lot better than 61% there.
She's 100% in the state tournament.
You bet, yeah. There's Brown to Harris now. Cross court, good idea, trying to hit Timmons, but just couldn't quite get it in there. Tipped away from CPU. Brown triggers. Ball tipped, almost stolen away. As Rolf into the lineup here for Assumption as well. Jacobson trying to get the screen for Harris. Center Point-Urbana is really looking to really shut down just the passing lanes.
Yeah,
it's contested every single pass.
And you don't see, a lot of times the kids, they want to take their own girl so that they don't get beat, so it doesn't look like they're getting beat. But every one of the Center Point-Urbana kids are helping off and making sure that they can help out on that D.
Jacobson hits that first free throw. Into the lineup, Sisk and Brecht back into the CPU lineup here. Second free throw good. So Jacobson hits 2 and cuts the deficit to 3 here. Here's Woolridge with it. That ball tipped and stolen, and they're looking ahead, nothing there. Left hand up off the glass and in by Jacobson. And it's a 1-point game. Brecht to Woolridge. Woolridge going to handle the ball here. Here's Brecht. Bounce pass, stolen away, tipped away actually.
That's kind of a tough pass for somebody going it. Such a really short bounce pass like that. Hit him right in the knee.
Went off Jacobson's leg and out of bounds. So Sisk inbounds to Woolridge. Back to Sisk, inside it goes. Short corner there. Good bullet pass, kiss up off the glass, no good. But that was a heck of a pass right there.
That was a great pass. That was a set play right there. It worked perfection. We just didn't execute.
That miss was by Bavers into the Storm and Pointers lineup here. Brown to Harris. Looking inside, wasn't there. It's Jacobson.
Harris needs to continue to attack the basket. She's a shooter. You got to have that shooter's mentality.
Shot up, no good. Sisk rebounds, just tips it to herself, not able to get it.
Oh,
wow, that one went straight back as Jacobson got it blocked away from her. Here's Brecht. She is fouled on the reach. I believe that's going to be on Bailey Brown. And that will send Brecht to the free throw line. 4:48 here left in the second quarter. 10-9 your score. For over 100 years, expertise and experience have made Lincoln State Savings Bank the bank of choice for thousands of Iowans. Join with Lincoln Savings Bank as your lifelong financial partner. Brecht hits the first free throw, extending the lead to 2 here. Catcher back on the floor here. And Fox out. That one rims out, so we'll stay at 2 here. But here comes the full court press. Gives it to Harris, up to Brown. Into the corner it goes. Shot, no good. Good rebound right there by Jacobson. She was open to begin with.
She was.
It was kind of poetic justice that she did get that bucket.
That's how the games change. They'll hit the 3 before they pass it in for the 2.
Here's Brecht to Sisk. Short corner. Shot and a foul. as Allison Woolridge drove the baseline. That's tough handle right there when she gets the one step on you at the baseline, because you know where she's going to head right there to the rim.
Well, I mean, you just watch her play right now. She's very athletic, she's big, and she's strong, and that's a scary combination for a kid.
3 for 3 as a 61% free throw shooter all year.
She's 100% in the state tournament.
That's pretty good stuff. Back into the lineup here, number 24, Wislander for Davenport Assumption. Woolridge misses that one. Now she's 75%, 3 of 4.
She'll take it.
You betcha. So 12-11, here's your score. Here's Harris. Looking inside, nothing there for Wislander. They'll swing it around to Jacobson to Harris. Good ball movement here. Man-to-man here still by CPU. Good crossover. Good kick into the middle. Wislander just couldn't quite get there. And Breck going to control it. No, they're not. Off of Davenport Assumption out of the corner. Good hustle right there by Wislander. But it will be CPU basketball. Woolridge to trigger. 2-2-1 here, 3-quarter. All they're doing is just putting some little bit of pressure on the ball. Woolridge is going to go and going to get the offensive foul. Wislander was set. At least that's what they're calling, because that I actually got blocked off just at the last second.
Every once in a while they have a replay, and the official's right there, so obviously it was a charge.
So Harris to bring it up, along with Rolfe. Rolfe on this far side right here by us. Here's a pass inside, stolen away by Brecht. And she's going to give it up here to Catcher. Back to Brecht. Milliken kick, looking inside for Woolridge. She can have that jump shot, I think, just about every single time.
Anytime she wants it, it's there
Here's
for her.
Sisk. They're going to go corner here to Woolridge. Ball fake. Kicks it back out. This is going to be a 3-ball on the way, and good by Sisk. Wow, what a shot right there by Sisk.
Big basket right there.
That was a big one.
Put CPU up by 4.
Lamia Sisk on that shot. Great shot from the top of the key, and now we'll get a foul here. That one's going to be on Lamia Sisk as well. Back into the CPU lineup, number 22, Maddie Wilson, as she gets Sisk. That's tough. You hit a bucket, get a foul, and you come out.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a drop right down the middle. They missed it, but here's a shot up. No good. Jacobson going to go on the run. That ball's blocked away. Brecht has got it. Just missed up ahead. Here comes Catcher. A cut through by Milliken, but it's stolen away. No, stolen back.
Little helter-skelter here.
3-ball on the way. Brecht, good. She was right in
That
rhythm.
was right in my line of sight there, and it was good all day.
And we're going to get a full timeout here from Davenport Assumption. 18-11. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
Who hit that?
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Welcome back here as we 2:31 on your clock here in the second quarter, 18-11. Storm and Pointers lead the Knights from Davenport Assumption on a 3-ball here just as we took the timeout from Olivia Brecht. And we'll reset your lineup. It'll be Woolridge, Catcher, Brecht, Milliken, and Wilson. Jacobson, Rolfe, Harris, Brown, and Wislander for Davenport Assumption. There's a pass up ahead to Harris here. You almost want to see this young lady. She's got to find a way to get inside and get some points here just to kind of stem the tide a little bit.
Well, what will end up happening is at the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth, she'll end up with 10, 12 points. because she's that kind of player.
So on the miss there by Wislander, catcher with the rebound, and up into the front court we go. 2-3 zone still here. Assumption's played this the whole way. Here comes a 3 ball, and it is good by Wilson. So Maddie Wilson on the bucket. And it's extended to an 11-point lead here by Center Point-Urbana. Here's Harris now, right in front of us here. Looking to go on Brecht. I tell you, Brecht has done a pretty good job. And that ball is dropped, and we're going to have a travel first. And Harris, I think, kind of overextended and fell a little bit. That one looked like it might have hurt.
Well, she hit her hip on the floor. She lost the handle of the ball and went to go get it.
So after the turnover there, so Brown coming back on the floor for Assumption, and Harris will take a seat. So here's your token pressure. Wilson going to drive. Kicks it off, tipped out of bounds. Let's see where it stays. It will stay with CPU. Center Point-Urbana basketball here. 1:25 on the clock. As Center Point, they've kind of just taken the second quarter over here and have had a really good quarter.
Yeah, this has been a very good quarter for Center Point-Urbana.
All right, here we go. Wilson to trigger. Looking for Woolridge. They do get it into her. And she's going to pull up, take a jump shot. No good. Rebounded out of there. Good nicely by Jacobson. And she's still trying to go get that thing.
That ball's dead.
And we're going to get a quick timeout from Davenport Assumption. They were in trouble back here, so we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back here in just a couple seconds.
Ask anyone you know. They will tell you the best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
All right, here we go. Welcome back. 1:15 on your clock as Davenport Assumption will inbound. Down 10 here, 21-11. Been a tough quarter here so far. Actually been a tough half for them so far. Here's Jacobson, kiss off the glass and good. Fox trying to draw the charge, wasn't able to get it. Here's Brecht with it now. 21-13 your score here. Cross-court pass, and it's a little bit too high for Wilson, out of bounds.
And as Davenport Assumption continues to chop wood, let them turn it over, come back, get a good shot.
So Davenport Assumption had a lineup change here. Number 3, Crosby now into the game as we are under a minute here. Here's Crosby with it. Hard kick to Jacobson, stolen away. Here comes Wilson. Had a nice first half as Wilson kicks it across to Brecht. Catcher going to fire a 3. Good. Adriana Catcher on the 3 ball. That's a big one with 28 seconds left. Pushes it to 11.
That's the 4th Center Point-Urbana kid to hit a 3-point shot.
Here's Brown. Wislander. Swinging across court here around. Here's Brown. Ball tipped. Stolen away. Fox gives it up to Milliken. To Brecht.
That's a good job out of her. Pull it back, set it up.
Back to Milliken. Shot. And we're going to see a 3 out of Catcher. No good. But that will do it here for the end of the first half. 24-13 in favor of the Pointers. We'll be back in a couple minutes, and we'll talk stats and highlights and get ready for the second half action. You're listening to the 2017 and watching the 2017 Girls State Basketball Tournament live from the Well.
Spring has arrived at the all-new Fireplace Superstore. Drop in and check out all the new 2017 patio furniture. At Fireplace Superstore, you will find Central Iowa's most complete outdoor furniture selection for your deck and patio, including gas and charcoal grills, fire pits, and wicker furniture. Get in on the early spring savings going on now. Fireplace Superstore has been creating your outdoor style for over 35 years. Fireplace Superstore just west of Homemakers on Douglas in Urbandale.
anyone you know, they will tell you the best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
It's Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Welcome back here to Wells Fargo Arena. We're at the half. Center Point-Urbana leads 24-13 over Davenport Assumption. Pat O'Brien, Brian Carlisle here. Let's talk quick. Early in this game, Davenport Assumption. The big thing for me right now is just shots aren't falling.
Yeah.
And that's you score 6 points and 5 points in a half. It's tough to do. You're not going to win a lot of games that way, or 8 points in the second quarter as it was. But let's kind of talk a little bit about each team here, how the shooting's going, and that's going to be the telltale sign.
It is. And when you look at the things that are going on right now, Davenport Assumption is shooting 15% from the field. So you know that's going to increase. So they're going to get their points here. But can Center Point-Urbana combat that and help shut them down? So when we look at you look at the scoring for Center Point-Urbana, they're a very balanced team. Davenport is getting, like we said earlier, two of their kids in Brown and Harris score about 50% of their points. With Center Point-Urbana, their leading scorer is under 13 points in Allison Woolridge. So the others are 6'9", 8.6, 8.1, 8.8. So they get points from a whole lot of different people.
Well, and the other thing that stood right out at me as I'm looking at your stats here, 3-point field goal percentage, Center Point on the year is a 33.7%. They're shooting it at 4 of 9 from 44. That is also opening up, which then once you open up the middle, Woolridge, I think, being as big as she is on the floor, she's going to put some points on the board here that way. The 2-3 zone that Davenport Assumption, sometime here you've got to decide how much longer you want to stay in that.
Yep.
Because if they keep hitting threes, 11 points is not going to stay. It's going to get blown open in a hurry here. It'll be very interesting to see the adjustment that Davenport Assumption does make here in the second half to combat the three-point shooting in that way. Like we said, 24-13 your score here, Pointers over the Knights. It's been entertaining. It's more than I wasn't really sure how this would be a Davenport Knights team, a Davenport Assumption Knights team. I've not seen a lot of. I know who Center Point-Urbana is. They both impressed me, a lot of really good athletes here.
Well, they move up and down the court, both teams. Our papers, we're right on the court. I mean, I can almost touch the sideline right now. So when they're running by, our papers go like this. So we need some Velcro to hold the papers down.
On that note, I think we're going to go ahead and step out, take a couple-minute break as we get ready. And we've got a little over 4 minutes to go before we're back for second half action here, live from the Well. 2017 Girls State Basketball Tournament live on CISN.TV.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with AmeriGroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with AmeriGroup too.
Choose AmeriGroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Honesty, integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
All right, welcome back here to Wells Fargo Arena. Let's talk a little bit of the tournament pairings here in Class 3A. Earlier game at the 11:45 quarterfinal. Sioux Center takes care of PCM, Prairie City Monroe, and we'll move on. In the game that was just prior to you and I sitting down, Crestwood and Cherokee, it was a wild one. Kind of went back and forth. Crestwood had a 15-point lead at one point in time, ended up losing to Cherokee. So Sioux Center and Cherokee will take on each other 5 o'clock Thursday for that semifinal game. And then here right now, Center Point-Urbana and Davenport Assumption doing battle here on the hardwood. That game will be followed by the quarterfinal here at 5 o'clock. And you and I will be on that call as well. Pocahontas area will take on Clear Lake. And that winner will face the winner of this game right here between Center Point-Urbana and the Davenport Assumption Knights. So, Pat, for me and you, right now, I mean, if I'm looking at this, if you're coming out, what's the second half adjustments, I guess, let's start with Center Point-Urbana.
Well, Center Point-Urbana, I think you're more of the same. I mean, I would pound it in as much as we can in the middle to see if we can get some foul trouble. If I'm Davenport Assumption, I got to wonder if my zone defense is really being effective. So, we look at some of those things because at some point in the game, they're going to have to make up some points. They're down 11 right now.
Well, and your 2-3 zone can be effective if you're making shots.
Yeah.
Right now, when you score 5 points in the first quarter, 8 points in the second quarter, and like you said, you're down 11, but you're down 11 because you haven't scored.
Right.
So my assumption is that's kind of a nice segue, but the assumption is you get some shots to fall. You get Harris and Brown off, get them going. Your 2-3 zone can be effective.
The Davenport Assumption team is smaller and quicker than Center Point-Urbana. So if they can get a couple to fall, then they can set up their press. And then they might be able to get some points off the press.
So let's jump back to the starting fives here. It's going to be Catcher, Sisk, Brecht, Woolridge, and Fox. Brown, Gervais, Fenley, Harris, Wislander. CPU looks like they will have the basketball first. And it looks like Davenport Assumption, let's see if they are going to head to this. Sisk was over there. They're going to try to decide which side they want to start the ball with. So let me assist. Sisk will trigger the inbounds here right in front of us. Horn is ready. We are ready to go with action. Second half just getting underway here. Woolridge to Sisk. And now it's a 1-2-2. They have changed it up. Almost a 3-2, if you will. Here's Catcher with it.
And the 3-2 will allow them to be out on the wings more. That'll allow them to guard the 3.
Brecht over to Sisk. Sisk going to fire the far side to. And a good set right there from Woolridge to Fox, and a bucket. And that's how you break the 3-2 with shooting somebody to the free throw line. And you're going out of bounds is Gervais. A little bump, no foul.
Yep, there was a little bump there, no call. But she was going towards that side anyway, so she kind of put herself in that spot.
So here's Brecht with it. Doubled up here, 26-13 is Assumption. Here's Catcher. Back to Brecht. And now a little more extension on this 3-2 as Gervais is playing the point top here, number 5 in your picture here. There's this ball knocked away. We almost get it. Pat tried.
I just touched the state tournament basketball.
You're on TV for that one. Nice job for you.
I'm going to go back and look at this game now.
There you go. All right, Brecht with the basketball now. You get everything down here, don't we?
I'm telling you right now, that basketball feels good, too.
Here's Sisk, a little shot up and in. And the Pointers have come out on fire here. 28-13. Here's Harris with it. Finley to Gervais. And Harris gets on the scoreboard. Her first, I think it's her first 2, is it not?
That's her first 2. I got her for 2 free throws.
Okay,
too.
so 4 points total here with the 2 free throws. Here's Woolridge, Sisk, cross-court Catcher. Breck inside to Fox. Fox from that same spot. Could not hit that one. Here's Brown. Brown going to go on the run here with Gervais. Let's see if Davenport Assumption can force. And throws it away. Tough one because you had numbers.
And that's one of the things that has kind of hurt this team a little bit is they got 308 turnovers on the year. That's a lot of turnovers. They got a negative turnover to assist ratio.
Ooh, that one's a tough one. So here's Woolridge to Sisk, up to Catcher. Here we go into the front court here. Breck, Woolridge, little swing. Here's Sisk. Another one falls for her. Lamia Sisk. 31-15, 16-point lead here now. Here's Gervais. And Finley surveying, kicks it to the corner to Brown. Brown going to go on the drive. Kind of a wild shot and a hold. We're going to stay right here. Let's see if that was Brecht or Catcher. As Wislander was trying to get that rebound, wasn't quite able to.
That's about as good a turnout as you could expect for Davenport Assumption because there was nothing good going to happen on that. You know, there's plenty of time left in this game. You're not going to get 5 or 6 points out of one shot. So
Finley going to fire? No good. Wislander knocked that ball up into the air, but it was controlled by Fox, and here comes CPU. And that was a travel, you betcha.
And that was set up by the defense on Bailey Brown.
On the far side by Brown?
On the far side. So now we're looking at Davenport work the ball, get a basket, come back and play D.
16-point deficit here for the Knights as they survey this 1-2-2 3-quarter court press.
And everywhere they're going now, center point's doubling the ball.
And Harris comes up short on that one. Look up ahead. Here's Catcher, bucket. Great look by Woolridge on the assist.
And right now, center Point-Urbana is basically looking at outscoring them.
So we're going to take a quick break with them. We'll be right back here.
Honesty, integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com. Honesty.
All right, welcome back here. as we've got 5:08 on your clock. 33-15 your score. Pointers by 18 as they have come out on fire here in this third quarter. And when you're hitting on all cylinders and you're missing buckets, if you're Davenport Assumption, you literally just watch this thing grow because you just can't get it to go. But there's a big bucket by Bailey Brown. Hits the three, but look how quick Center Point right back up into the offensive side. Woolridge. She's going to try the three. Little short. Sisk with the rebound. Here's Fox. And now it is man-to-man. There's Woolridge with it. Brecht going to fire a three. Good. A big three-point bucket right there. So Olivia Brecht hits that shot, and it pushes it up to a double-digit right here to 18. They've doubled up the score. Here's a shot up. No good. Rebounded by Finley. Brown with it. She's going to go on the run. Hit off the glass. No good. Look at the rebounding. Doing a great job into the game was Jacobson. Jacobson tried to get – she's doing a really nice job since she's been on floor.
Yeah, and there's two Davenport kids collide on that, but they're both going for the ball. And actually ends up drawing blood on Wislander.
So she's going to come out. Actually coming out as well is Fox. Into the game is Reagan Defoe here for CPU number 10. And now Davenport Assumption looks like they're going to go straight man-to-man. They have to. They have to try to D it up here a little bit more than sitting in the zone.
Yeah,
this time will go bye-bye.
More pressure on the ball and see what happens. But it's got to be good help D.
Here's Sisk. There's your turnover. And on cue is Grace Jacobson. Here's Harris going to survey. Gets into the middle and scores.
And look at that. That's exactly where you want Harris. You want her in the open court where she can create baskets.
Here's Woolridge. And that ball tipped away from behind, and it will be a block, and it will be a foul on Timmons, number 23. I don't know if I seen much, but they seen something.
Yeah, they kind of got from behind there and reached all the way through.
16-point game as Woolridge fires. Free throw good. She has really been money on the free throw line so far here.
Yeah, right now she's about the best player on the court right now.
She's tough to handle, especially if she gets in the open court, and she can handle the basketball, which is really a good plus for her as well.
Absolutely.
As Allison Woolridge hits that free throw, 18-point game, pushed it back up to the 38-20. Finley, far court to Brown. Brown going to fire a three. No good off the iron. Good tap. Timmons couldn't quite get it. And Milliken did. And here comes Woolridge as she's surveying the floor, pointing to catch her to go. Ball in the corner here. Shot up. No good. A little hard off the iron by Wilson. And here's Harris. Dumps one up to Finley. Left-handed shot as she drove the lane and kicked it up off the glass with the bucket. That was a nice shot by Finley. There's a kick out. There's Woolridge going to fake the three and pass it out, back out.
Excellent help defense on Brown.
There's a shot up by the left-hander, number 5, Milliken, and she misses. She's got it back now, looking for Woolridge. There's a cutter, missed her as well by catcher. They've done a really good job of really doing a lot, really hard off the cuts. They get a moving screen here.
It must have. I wasn't able to see what was going on that side of the court, but it was right in front of the coach there, and he didn't say a word.
Dufault on the moving screen, so it will be the foul on her. So Gervais back in. Gervais back in.
If you're Davenport Assumption, your goal right now is to get it under 10 points at half.
By the end of the quarter.
By the end of the quarter.
Yep, here's Gervais with it now. 2:20 on your clock, and you're sitting at 16 right here, 38-22. Here's Gervais. Kicks it to the corner. We're going to see a shot up. No good on a miss by Timmons. And here comes Woolridge. Is there nothing that this young lady can do? Here comes with the left hand, and it kisses off the glass and in. Allison Woolridge, big shot right there. And it extends it back to 18. Gervais kicks cross court. Here's Harris going to go on the drive, and that one's going to be a bucket. As she gets loose, tough handle for Milliken, but here's catcher. Left-handed misses.
Center Point-Urbana misses that shot, but but they're down court before Davenport gets on defense.
Another kiss up off the glass. This young lady's fearless.
Well, she doesn't have much left in the gas tank right now. She's working hard.
So Harris hits another bucket, and we're at 14. 40-24. Pointers ahead of the Knights right now. Woolridge going to step out and give a screen for Wilson. Kicks inside for Woolridge, and she's going to go left-handed. Ball blocked away for Assumption. It's a big, big block right there. And pushing to the front court. Here's Harris. She's going to shoot the three. No good. Rebounded by Timmons. And then we're going to get a foul right here on a. Not letting her get where she needed to be was Defoe.
55 seconds remain in this quarter. If they can get 4 before Center Point-Urbana gets a basket, it's a game.
So here's Gervais. Looking inside, nothing there. So Rolfe on the floor here as well. There's a kick down to Harris. There's a turnaround ball fake, kiss up off the glass, no good. That thing went all halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way down and in, and popped back out. So Milliken with the basketball. Gervais trying to get that. Here's Wilson. Now to Fox.
This should be one shot right here.
If you're CPU, you want one. You don't even want to do anything else with it.
Right.
So Wilson surveys, spins, kicks it out, and it's a turnover. For over 100 years, expertise and experience have made Lincoln Savings Bank the bank of choice for thousands of Iowans. Join with Lincoln Savings Bank as your lifelong financial partner.
Plenty of time, 15, 16 seconds remain in the quarter.
So it will be Rolfe with the basketball looking, and she is dribbling up through, kicks it out. Hard drive and a bucket by Jacobson. That was a really pretty left-handed drive. And that one's not going to make it. Comes off the right of the glass from Sisk. We're going to step away as we get ready to bring you the fourth quarter.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers, and we care.
And we care.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with AmeriGroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with AmeriGroup too.
Choose AmeriGroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
Hey, it's
Welcome back here. Brian Carlisle, Pat O'Brien here on the call with Center Point-Urbana and Davenport Assumption, as Assumption is trying to make somewhat of a run here as we get ready to start the fourth, down 12. We'll see how this first 4 minutes, that's always the most critical.
Yep. We're going to see if Davenport can continue the pace that they played in that third quarter. If they do, they got a shot to win this game.
So here's Harris with it. As they are trying to double up on her, she's going to pull up. And she is going to be fouled, and we'll head to the free throw line.
And, you know, Jasmine saying at this point right now, where was that in the first half? Why couldn't I done that in the first half?
Bavers on that foul, so we'll send Harris to the free throw line. 70.9 on the season. It's about where you want to see it. If you're going to be a good free throw, you got to get to that 70 mark.
That's right. That's right.
Hits the first. Always Shop Fairway's full-service meat counter for the best USDA choice beef and all-natural pork and chicken. Visit Fairway.com. So on that bucket, 10-point game. Here's Sisk with it. Now, if you're CPU, you still got to be in attack mode. You cannot get yourself out of that attack mode yet.
I've always looked at it as if I can get 10 more points in this game, I don't think that Davenport Assumption is going to score 60 in the game.
Here's Sisk with it. Kicks it to the corner. Bavers, not anything she can do with it there. And we're going to call out another play here. This will be Sisk one more time.
The more you run offense and take clock, you get the turnovers.
Well, and when she backed out, I don't think she realized that she did not make enough of a split.
There wasn't enough space.
There was not enough space. The Assumption defender stayed right with her, got the 5-second call. That's a big turnover here for the Pointers.
Things are tightening up for Center Point-Urbana right now. They got to get out there and start running the ball like they did in the first 3 quarters.
Gervais calling it out. Comes back to Harris on this side. To Rolf. And that young lady's going to fire a 3. No good. A little hard off the back iron. And a huge rebound by Woolridge. And she took that thing away. And there's a quick pass up. Shot up, and there's going to be a foul. That was the run out you were talking about before. Keep pushing the basketball as they foul Fox on that shot.
Well, there was 3 red shirts on the one court trying to get the ball away from Woolridge, and they couldn't get it. So now we had numbers, Center Point-Urbana had numbers on the other side.
First free throw good. Hey, basketball fans, save money while in Greater Des Moines. The Catch Des Moines Fun Pass features deals and discounts at places like Fong's Pizza, Science Center of Iowa, and MB2 Raceway in Grimes. Fox, one more to go here. Try to push it to 12, and she does. So Davenport Assumption down 12. Coming up on 6.5 here in the 4th. Harris into the corner to Gervais. Back out to Jacobson, back into the corner now, back to Harris. We're waiting for that 3 ball to come, and there it comes.
There you go.
She was just setting that thing up. You could see her just trying to get her feet underneath her. And a big bucket, and we're back to a 9-point game here. Here's Woolridge with the basketball. Sisk. Woolridge looking inside to Fox. And boy, can she make some space down there, but she misses the shot.
What she did.
And here's Brown on the defensive glass for Assumption.
The energy in the gym now is fantastic. Everybody's up on both sides.
Jacobson, Harris kick it into Brown. Brown going to go on the drive. Ooh. Ball knocked away, and she is fouled. Let's see if they get Sisk on this one, and they do.
You know, it's so loud in here right now, I can't even hear the whistles. I didn't think they called a foul on that. I'm like, I got the guy standing right there.
So 2 free throws coming here. First one does not hardly draw iron as Brown missed the first free throw. One more coming here. For Mid-American Energy, putting power in your hands means helping keep families safe. To learn more, visit midamericanenergy.com. Second free throw good by Brown. And we're to an 8-point game here now. And you are correct. The energy level is picked up in here for the Davenport Assumption fans. Gervais working hard against Sisk.
I'll tell you what, Gervais can play D. Look at her eyes. Look at her face.
So here's Sisk, and now Brown is going to move over on here. Here's a drop down to Fox. Out to Breck. There's a drive-by catcher. She was able to go, and she is fouled. Good ball fake. Goes with the left hand, and she gets fouled by Jacobson.
You know, one of the things you don't get when you're at home watching this, and it's great for the people out in the state and grandparents that are out of state that can come to this and get and watch the games. But the one thing you don't get if you're not here is you don't see what we just saw in the intensity and the fire in the face of these kids.
Absolutely. So catcher misses the first free throw. One more coming here. This little freshman. She's 5'9" guard, a freshman.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You've seen a lot of great freshmen down here. They're going to get a timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. You're listening to the 2017 Girls State Basketball Tournament live from Wells. Welcome back here, Brian Carlisle. Pat O'Brien on the call. 43-34 Pointers ahead of the Knights as Davenport Assumption will have the basketball. Here's Gervais. to Harris as they are trying to cut this lead even farther down. There's Brown. Good patience right here by Assumption.
2-3 zone defense by center Point-Urbana.
Here's Harris. No good. Just a little short off the iron there. Here's Brecht with the basketball, and she's going to survey it up as it comes along the 5-minute mark here in the fourth. Brecht on a drive. Good. Olivia Brecht, and that's a big bucket for the Pointers. Pushes it back out to 11 here. Inside it goes. And a huge block. Harris has got it. Kisses it off the glass. No good. Woolridge going to get it and does get it. Boy, did she put a big block there. Here's catcher.
Oh.
Big miss. There's Woolridge. And we're going to get a foul here, I believe, on Wislander. Woolridge on one end on the defensive end, hustling the floor, picking up a big offensive rebound.
I mean, right now, she's the biggest, and if you want to call it the baddest player on the court right now, she's that.
She just does a great job. She does a great job of just being able to go see where that ball is, and she goes and gets it. And on cue, she does a turnover.
We jinxed her on
we
that.
We did jinx her.
But they've been going to the basket the whole time, and that's the one thing that the person receiving the ball didn't do. She didn't go to the basket.
I'm blaming Mabel on that one, our producer here. Dave Mabel with us here. So here we go now as Davenport Assumption with the basketball.
Looks like it's more of a 3-2 zone, but it's still 2-3-3-2
Gervais going to fire. Good. She just waited. Nobody stepped out. Hits the bucket. And it's back to 8.
Begging her to shoot, so it's okay. I'll shoot.
Here's Brecht. Brecht with it. To Fox, over to Woolridge.
The Assumption energy on defense is very good right now.
They're not letting the easy passes come. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. Let's reset your team fouls here. Center Point-Urbana with 5, Assumption with 5. So we still have a little bit of time here before we get there with 3:49 on your clock. Gervais out. Harris going to come in and play D. So you've got her. She will move down and play defense on Brecht. They're trying to get the ball to Woolridge now, dumping into Fox. Back to Sisk. And it's good ball movement. Here's catcher. Quick, short, but she tips it out. Fox is going to fire. No good. Rebounded Wislander. Here comes to Harris. And going to have a foul on Sisk.
That was actually probably a pretty good foul because it was going to cost him 2 points if she put a ball on the floor.
Well, the interesting thing is I thought she could come across and steal it, but she hesitated just enough, and Harris was able to go get it.
The timing on it was, I'm not sure if I can get there or not.
Right. Just enough hesitation, and that changed everything. So with an 8-point game here, Davenport Assumption will have the basketball. Sisk will leave, and back in is number 5, Milligan. So Carly Milligan. So here's Harris. Man-to-man defense here now from center Point-Urbana. Brown swings it all the way across. Harris is going to fire this 3. Good. And she's starting to fire up a little bit. Jasmine Harris with a big 3-point bucket, and it's a 5-point game. Here's catcher to Woolridge, and it's going to be timeout on the floor. As center Point-Urbana will take this one. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back with 3:10 left here in this Class 3A quarterfinal.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers, and we care.
And we care.
Integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com. Honesty.
Welcome back here, Brian Carlisle, Pat O'Brien, as we are 3:10 away here from finishing this game here in the fourth quarter. And Davenport Assumption has really put the gas pedal down. They're going to see if they can make a run here. CPU with the basketball. It'll be Woolridge.
And Center Point needs to continue to attack the basket. They're going to need points.
There's Catcher in the corner to Woolridge. Woolridge on a ball fake. Going to head into the middle. Kicks it back out of there. Fox. Here's Breck. Breck going to fire a three. No good. But there's Woolridge. And there's the difference. She did great position to get that offensive rebound and bucket. 7-point game now for CPU. Here's Gervais. I thought she'd let that thing go.
Yep. Get a good shot. Don't need threes. At least match basket for basket right now.
There's Jacobson back to Gervais to Harris. Harris looking to drive on Catcher. Wasn't able to. Now gets it back. Now she's going to go. Kicks it out. 3 ball on the way, and it does not draw iron. Missed by Jacobson. Gervais out and Brown in. 2:19 on the clock, 7-point game. At one point, I believe this was an 18-point game.
It was.
So we've seen a lot of runs from both, especially from Assumption here in the second half. Here's Woolridge. They're going to have somebody come out on her. Kicks it cross court. Breck going to fire a three. That one's going to be a little long, but there is Woolridge. We're heading the other way on a foul.
It must be on 5.
I think it's actually going to be on Milliken. No, it was not. It was on
34.
It was Woolridge.
Wow, I didn't even.
Big foul. I didn't see that one. So that's going to head the other way, which is the best thing that can happen for Davenport Assumption.
Yeah, I can get points with no time going off the clock.
So Carly Brown will shoot the 1-and-1 here. And good on that free throw. I was trying to figure out, I couldn't figure out when I first looked. The purple at the bottom of her hair I thought was on the uniform.
Oh.
It's actually on the bottom.
Yeah, it's on the bottom of her hair. It dipped it in some paint.
There you go. So one more coming here for Brown. 6-point game here, right at the 2-minute mark. Now a 5-point game. So here's Catcher with it. Adriana Catcher, the freshman.
Nope, that's not over and
It's
back.
not. You got to have 3 points of contact. So here's Woolridge. We'll explain that here in a minute. Back to Catcher. She does not let it go. Here's Woolridge, and they open the middle. And she misses. Harris with the big rebound. And into the front court she comes.
This is an important possession right here.
Gervais.
To get it to one possession.
Jacobson back. 3 ball on the way. No good. Woolridge on the rebound. Big rebound for Center Point-Urbana. And a timeout here on the floor. 1:23 on the clock. We'll take it with them as well. We'll be right back.
Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com. It's Truck Month.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Welcome back here at Wells Fargo Arena. With a 1:23, we'll put the quick set on this thing. 47-42 pointers, 17 fouls for CPU, 5 for Assumption. As Assumption comes out and applies a full court press here, as they are trying to get a turnover and get some quick buckets here.
If they don't, there's your trap.
And there's a quick foul
And
by Gervais.
Yep. You know, the Jasmine Harris's first half, she would look back and I said, I didn't score any points. And like we said, now she's at 18.
Yeah,
she's right there. She got her points for the game.
So full court man-to-man here. There's Catcher, and she is fouled by Brown. And that'll put the freshman on the free throw line. This young lady shoots it on the season at about 48%.
Well, they knew. Well, and that's, as a freshman, they think, my freshman daughter coaching throughout the years, we've played Center Point-Urbana. And I'm telling you that the tournaments that we went to, Center Point-Urbana was the best team on the court. So this is no fluke.
No, and that free throw counts. It's good. A 6-point game now with 1:15 here on your clock. And the second one as well. And I tell you, she does not play like a freshman.
No.
Here is Harris into the front court here. Sisk with her. Kicks on the 3 ball on the way, no good as ball tipped away, picked up by catcher to Woolridge. And there's going to be a foul, I believe, on Brown here. Let's see who they get. They get Brown or Brown.
Yeah,
you got to pick your choice.
Well, they're
20 or
triplets.
2. That was on Bailey Brown, I do believe. And it will put Allison Woolridge to the free throw line. From focusing on food safety, promoting animal care, protecting Iowa's natural resources, to enhancing the quality of life in their communities, Iowa pig farmers are doing it right. To learn more, visit iowapork.org. As Woolridge hits that first free throw, one more coming here, 50-42 as we're under a minute now. And that one rolls off. Harris with the rebound. Now you've got to get some quick shots. As Harris does, and good. Hits a free throw. Get a free throw, you get the old conventional three-point play here. Nice drive right there by Harris. So Jasmine Harris will step to the free throw line. 6-point game, 48-9. You got to come out, make a free throw, get your defense extended here.
I think
full court press.
You can try and press and get a 10-second call right now. You don't have to foul just yet.
And hits that free throw.
Try to keep it.
And you got to hold here. We're going to get it on Harris, or we? No, you may be getting it on Brown. Bailey Brown, I believe, on that foul, and she was on a hold. So that's going to send Olivia Brecht to the free throw line. Hey, basketball fans, save money while in Greater Des Moines. The Catch Des Moines Fun Pass features deals and discounts at places like Fong's Pizza, Science Center of Iowa, and MB2 Raceway as Brecht hits the first free throw. This is what's going to win you the game if you're center point. You got to make free throws down the stretch here.
Yeah, you make free throws, game over.
And there's the second one as well.
That's
pushes it back
four
to
in a
7.
row, and I think 5 out of the last 6 free throws.
Brown with the basketball. Kicks it across, right back to her, looking for Harris inside. Carly Brown kicks. We're going to get a 3 ball. No good off the iron. Woolridge on the rebound. Jacobson on that foul. So Grace Jacobson in on the reach at 35-4 left. And you've got a 7-point game as Allison Woolridge will head to the free throw line. Assumption, a great fourth quarter rush.
It was.
Just couldn't quite get some shots to fall.
Well, when they needed that one to try to get it to one possession, they weren't able to get it to one possession.
So Woolridge hits that free throw and now has extended it to an 8-point game. One more coming here. And does. And now pushes it a little farther to a 9-point game. Here comes Harris into the front court. Hesitation dribble. A reach and a foul as Fox fouls her. With a stopping of the clock, put her back on the free throw line here. 7, trying to make it 6 and push it right back into full court, extend your press.
Well, if you're Jasmine Harris, you're going to look back on this game, and hopefully she looks back on this as, man, this is I played one of the best halves of basketball that this court has probably ever seen. I mean, everything she did
And there's
was
a ball
right on it.
passed in. Oh, and a big miss right there. As a steal from Jacobson, she went to the rim, wasn't able to finish it because that would have put it to a 4-point game.
Yep.
And as you will, then Woolridge on the rebound and is fouled. So she will be coming to the other end to shoot a free throw here. For over 100 years, expertise and experience have made Lincoln Savings Bank the bank of your choice for thousands of Iowans. Join with Lincoln Savings Bank as your lifelong financial partner. First free throw missed there from Woolridge. One more coming here for the junior. And she makes that one, pushes it now to a 7-point game on a timeout. 30-second timeout here We'll take that 30 seconds with them. We'll be right back.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
All right, right back here to Wells Fargo. 24 seconds even right here on the clock. 55-48 your score, as Davenport Assumption will have the basketball here. As it will be Harris bringing it into the front court. Here she comes, guarded by Sisk.
You
man
got
to
to assume
man.
3-pointers.
You do. You got to try to get some. There's a quick shot up by Brown and in. Bailey Brown on the bucket. And that'll be a reaching foul here by Brown. Yes, it will. You got to get the clock stopped.
Well,
5-point game.
I think at that point, right after that made basket, you probably should call a timeout to stop the clock. You know, I don't.
Assumption's
you got
two to,
over there. You got 2 timeouts left.
So Olivia Breck will shoot free throw. 72.9, misses that first one. This one's probably a bigger one because 2 threes can get you a tie.
Yeah.
11-8, that's a tough one, but you still got to get the free throw, and she does. So Harris will wait. Picks it up, and away we go. Just not able to get a shot up, as Center Point is going to not let them get these shots. And that's going to do it here, as Center Point-Urbana wins 56-50 and will move on in the Class 3A tournament with a big win over Davenport Assumption. Good game here, Pat.
Yeah,
really good game here. We're going to keep it right here as we'll get ready to do our awards presentation for participation here in the tournament. But 56-50, Center Point-Urbana comes away with the win. Not without some tough, though. Davenport Assumption, even getting up 18 from Center Point-Urbana. A big run from Davenport Assumption in the second half. Made this thing a lot closer. Really a pretty good basketball game here.
Yeah, there just wasn't enough points scored in the first half for Davenport Assumption.
We'll jump it on over to our PA announcer.
Presenting awards for the Girls Athletic Union are Jean Berger and Karen Brown. Congratulations to head coach Caitlin McNamara and the Knights from Davenport Assumption on an outstanding basketball season. Center Point-Urbana fans, your team advances to the Class 3A semifinals, where they will face either Pocahontas or Clear Lake on Thursday at 6:45.
All right. Well, Pat, welcome back here as we just put the finishing touches on this 3A quarterfinal. Center Point-Urbana wins 56-50 in a, we're going to look at some stats here in a second, but it really was a tale of two halves if you're Davenport. You end up getting 28-8. As we're going to run a couple of some replays here. As there's a big shot right there by Brecht. Some of these plays that Urbana hit was just huge. There's one of the left-handed play we were talking about. That was a great shot right there by the young lady. Here is Woolridge on the drive, gets that bucket. Woolridge was probably going to end up being the player of the game out of here. If Davenport Assumption had, it would have been this young lady right there, Jasmine Harris.
Yeah, no question.
Gervais with a 3 as well for Davenport Assumption. Just the first half, tough scoring, tough sledding for some Assumption. Harris hits a couple of 3s, but down the stretch, it really became about the free throws. Center Point-Urbana was able to do that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your stats here from both teams.
Well, in the first half, Davenport Assumption scores 13 points. It doesn't matter who you're playing. 13 points is just not going to get her done. In the second half, they score 37 points. So that's what they're mostly used to, and that's what this building can do to teams. It turns great shooters into good shooters and good shooters into shooters that maybe have tough nights. But Center Point-Urbana was consistent all the way through. Second, third, and fourth quarter, 16 points each quarter. So they end up with more points at the end of the game, and that's the only stat that matters.
Right, and the bigger idea there, Center Point-Urbana only lost 5 points in that second half because they scored 32 themselves. The numbers that really stood out to me, I think, was the three-point shooting. Center Point-Urbana shot over their normal season average. Davenport Assumption 5 for 20 on the night, 25%. 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Both sides shot the ball extremely well from the free throw line, but it just goes up to just that three-point goals. Davenport Assumption, you shoot 20 and you hit 5. It's going to be tough.
Right.
It's going to be a tough night.
That's a tough go. You look at some of the other things. Steals are relatively even. Turnovers, Center Point-Urbana has 16 turnovers. So what's the takeaway out of the game? That's one of the takeaways for Center Point-Urbana. You go against one of these next two teams that are coming up, you turn it over like that, you're not going to have a chance to win the ball game. So that's one of the things that they're going to look at is ball security.
You bet. So let's put the wraps on this one as we'll get ready here as both teams, Clear Lake and Pocahontas area, have now hit the floor. We do hope you enjoyed today's live broadcast made possible by Mid-American Energy, Iowa Pork Producers, Fairway Foods, Atlantic Bottlers, CenturyLink, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, and Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola, G&L Clothing, and Westside Auto Pros. That will do it here from Wells Fargo Arena, where Center Point-Urbana has defeated Davenport Assumption by the score of 56-50. Don't forget, the video replay of today's matchup will be available in its entirety later on CISN.TV, complete with all the highlights that you will read about tomorrow. For my crew and Pat O'Brien, I'm Brian Carlisle. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for Class 3A quarterfinal action as Pocahontas area will take on Clear Lake right here on CISN.TV.
Thanks for watching our live coverage of the 2017 Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. You can check CISN.TV for a replay of this game. The free coverage of today's game brought to you on CISN by Mid-American Energy, CenturyLink, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company, and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. That's all for now from Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines.